On December 2022, I had 2,200 followers on LinkedIn and my business made $0. And now in January 2025, I've got 60,000 followers on LinkedIn and I've generated over 7.2 million impressions on the platform in the past 365 days. And my business now made $274,000 in the past 4 weeks. So if you ramp that up, we're at about a $3.5 million a year business. And I'm going to walk you through in this video, if I had to start LinkedIn all over again as a small business owner, how I would go up to 7 figures on the platform. And I'm going to walk you through in 7 steps and wait around till the end. I've got an 8th bonus step, which I promise you're not going to want to miss out on. So let's get into it. This actual video is actually inspired by a post that I put out last night. I wrote the post while I was doing some indoor biking. I'm training for this event called High Rocks, and I actually ordered my latest bike to my house today, which is pretty excited about. Easy way to spend $2,000, but I'm getting real serious in it. So this post took me about an hour to write, and it's essentially the 7-step system if I was going to start all over again. I might zoom in just so you can make it easier to see. But I'm going to walk you through each section and teach you how to roll out each segment as well. And if you don't know who I am, this is your first time watching this video, my name is Matthew Lakajev. I run a program called 7 Figure Creators, where I'm currently working with about 620 small business owners and showing them how to generate leads on LinkedIn to make $30,000+ a month, which is pretty cool. So these are the 7 steps. The first step that you need to do on LinkedIn is refine your positioning. Now, I'm going to show you what good positioning looks like on LinkedIn, and then I'll talk through what bad positioning looks like. Good positioning is like my friend here, Tim. When I look at Tim's profile at the top, and I briefly go to it, I can clearly see that he's a life insurance guy, right? And if I scroll down, Tim's pronoun is US life insurance expert, and also he says, I'm helping US families get life insurance. Why this matters is because on the LinkedIn platform, as you can see over here on the right, on this more profiles for you section, it shows down here, it's like, what do you actually do over here? Like, believer, husband, church elder, it's like, I don't know what you do. It's not drawing me to your profile. And people really try to use things that are like, hacky or whatever, or like, they try to use tricky marketing language. But the problem with that is, I'll show you when we look at someone's profile, is how you get reach. Let's just look at, for example, names posts as well. Like, let's scroll down here. So co-founder, Break Cold, Sales Serum. Okay, that makes sense. Sales coach and sales trainer. That's okay. Book this many calls. That's actually a really good one. Content strategy, helping SDRs. These are actually all really good. Teach how to book sales calls. 5 sales calls, right? Now let's look at some bad ones because they're all actually very good. If I go to my latest post, here, let's scroll down. Even though I already had it up anyway, but whatever. So we'll scroll through, right? So there's Tim's run that right there. So I can see here, helping US families get life insurance, DME insurance, to see. It's like hyper clear what he does and for whom. Over here, Peter, I'm a CFO at here. I have no idea what Peter does. And so you need to make sure that the real estate you've got set up on your actual profile itself makes sense, because the way that people ingest content, right, is use LinkedIn, is about 70% of people use it from the mobile phone. And so what they're looking at is something like this. And they're looking at things that are this small, right? Let's pull it up. So if you look at my profile, right, as an example, when someone's scrolling, they can see LinkedIn expert helping businesses add 30K a month, right? It's really crystal clear. But if we go back to that same post, right, and then we have a look at other people's profiles. So if we go here, right? Doug Kennedy, founder at this, creating content. I don't know what you do, right? I have zero idea what you do. But if I look at Tim's one over here, helping US families get life insurance, it's really, really clear. And you don't want to use clever marketing language. You want to use really basic children's book language, because the main thing people literally, for 90% of small businesses, people don't even know what the hell you do. So I'll show you another example, right? This is Senya's profile. If I scroll past this, it's really well designed, super easy to understand. It's also mobile friendly, so I can read it from the mobile, which matters so much. Some people do stupid stuff that's not mobile friendly. It literally says here, I help executive women in tech leave corporate to start SaaS businesses. It calls out her avatar, it says what she does, and it says the outcome. She's also got a bit of social proof. It looks professional. The colors are inviting. She's also a business coach here. Really important. The second thing that matters on your profile is that you have a next step. you want to think about your LinkedIn profile as being a step in the sales funnel, right? So what happens is you've got your content or your DMs, right? I'll do it over here. So you've got content, right? Plus DMs. What that's doing is that's connecting you with the outside world, bringing them into your world. Then past that point, they go to your profile as the next step. Then past that point, you need to have something on your profile that you give away for free to encourage them to bring them into your world. So that's why you should give away a lead magnet. And I'll show you why Senya's works so well. And then after the lead magnet, it then brings you them on your email list where then you get to sell to them. And this is where you make money. And this is like the classic social media funnel that like all business coaches use, but like all small business owners can so easily use this. And I had a client today who I started getting him to do emails, and he made $31,000 in 5 weeks over the Christmas period. When it's dead, right? He's in the financial advisor industry, and I'll show you how he did it later. But this is the structure of what you want to go to. But what most people do is they have a LinkedIn profile, and it's like people need to know in a couple of milliseconds what you do and how you can help them. Because if I am an executive woman wanting to leave corporate to start a SaaS business, this makes sense. And then the next natural step is if I want to start a SaaS business, well, I'm obviously going to run custom interviews to validate my business idea. So that's the next step. So when Senya writes content, she then calculates, okay, the content that I've done, how many people go to my profile and how many download my lead magnet to then get in my email list. And the good thing about an email list that's very specific, if Senya only makes her email list about selling to executive women who want to make SaaS businesses, and if someone's interested in that, if every single email she ever sends has something to do with that, they're going to get pretty much 100% read rate because it's so interesting. But on social media, only 2 to 3% of your followers actually see your content. Your content and your DMs act as the connector between the two. So you want them to bring them into your world. But what you eventually want is let's say you being here, I want you on my YouTube, right? That's down here with the list, because when you're here, this is evergreen content. YouTube, you binge. Emails, you binge. Lead magnets, you binge, right? This is the binge stuff. That's why the guys from My First Million call it a binge bank. And that allows them, and sometimes you get 100% read rate on the emails, because when I send people emails, I only show small business owners how to generate leads on LinkedIn. That's all I ever talk about. And if I'm a small business owner struggling with leads, I'm going to fucking read the email. Why would I not? And so the trick is when you're getting people's emails and you're emailing them, only talk about the really specific thing. And the smaller audience you have, the better. And so if I was going to get Tim to create an email list, let's go back to Tim, right? Go back here. Tim Kane. All right. So if I was Tim and I'm going to create an email list, I would literally call it down here, I would create a guide to helping US residents understand the insurance industry and life insurance industry and when to do it, and maybe a quiz. And then every email that I would send from him, it would be tips and understanding of life insurance, why you need it, and then other fields of insurance and stuff like that around it, like financial security, your family health, all that kind of stuff. And I would literally call the thing life insurance advice for US families. So specific and so niche. The big mistake everyone does is they try to create productivity and leadership newsletters and stuff like that. No one reads them, literally. And if you get a big enough, when you're a small audience, you need to start with very, very niche and bring people in, because, I don't see many other life insurance people on LinkedIn. And if I was from the US and I saw someone doing this and posting content, I would get to know and understand them. And then I would be connected to them and then be brought into their world. So that's the first step, being really well positioned. If you don't have that, you're literally playing the game on hard mode. And I say this all the freaking time. The next step is you need to create a compelling offer. Now, the thing about offers is that most people spend months and months and months thinking about their offer and how to position it. And if you have a current small business, you want to create a special specific offer as well. And I've got a free course on this. It's down in the description. It walks you through step by step how to create an offer. It builds you a pitch deck, a sales letter. This is literally our offer doc that I use, and this generated $280,000 of revenue in the past 4 weeks. This document, because the offer doc should actually be a sales letter, but I won't get into that. But you need to be able to create an offer that's compelling to the market that like pulls people into it as well. So download this in the description, totally free. It walks you through how to build like a world-class pitch deck, and I was going to charge $500 for it, but I was like, let's just fucking Alex Hormozy this shit and give everything out for free. Because honestly, the more stuff I give out for free, the more business we actually end up getting. So I don't even care. And the more positive ways we can help people. A couple of examples, like Andrew Craig had been posting on LinkedIn for like literally months. And then he came in our program and he just rebuilt his offer and he closed his first $3,600 client. And he was just like, man, literally can't even believe I was able to do it. The same with Daniel as well. Actually, where's Daniel? Is he over here? Yeah, same with Daniel as well. Like same thing. He was posting for 18 months. And he couldn't close anyone until he had a refined offer and until he started doing the DMs. Like, I've got a whole offer course on this. I got a lot of other YouTube videos, but like this is the second step. If you don't set up your positioning and your offer correctly, you are playing the game on hard mode. So much so that I've worked with like bigger creators and I've like 5x their revenue just by, like we had a creator that I was working with, he closed 70 grand in 5 weeks, and I'll show you in a second, just because he tightened his offer and his positioning. That's it. Like literally nothing else changed. So if you already got traffic and if you already got connection, but bringing people into your world, you need to do these things as a first thing. Now, the third thing you want to do is you want to run what's called monthly offer campaigns. I'll give you a couple of examples of clients that have done it and the results and then how to do it. So Tim Keen ran an offer campaign when he first came together. He was one of these people that already had traction. And so I helped refine his positioning. So it's really simple. He helps add 100K MRR to his people's agency in 2025 with LinkedIn inbound. That's literally all he does. He also built an agency to $300,000 a year. So he has credibility and he can do it. He already had a great LinkedIn profile, great content, all that kind of stuff. But the problem with him is that he wasn't running offer campaigns, his position wasn't tight, and his offer wasn't as tight as it should be. So he did that, 70K in 5 weeks, and he's literally, he only did half the offer campaign as well. Jesse Gilmore, an example as well, he's closed like 150 grand from offer campaigns or something like that. But like he runs an event every single month and he runs an offer campaign to bring people to the event. Now, you're probably asking, what the hell is an offer campaign? This is what every small business owner should do every month. Literally everyone. This is the month, right? Broken down and down here, right? So we've got the first 3 weeks of the month up here. And then we've got the last week of the month here. In the last week of the month, you should do 3 LinkedIn posts. You should do 3 different DMs and you should do 3 different emails to your email list. And in the last week of the month, you're essentially going to say, hey, everybody, I'm going to work with a small group of Sydney business owners to help them generate leads, extra leads this month. So if you've been on the fence and you want to make 2025 your best year yet, let me know. We've got a special deal on. It's literally like you're running a promotional campaign like you do like in the shops, like Walmart or Woolworths, whatever it is, right? Whatever country you're in. That is the week of the month. Now, before that time, you're just essentially soft promoting this in everything. So I should have wrote soft promoting down here. So you're soft promoting in everything. And so every email, in my opinion, you should send 3 emails a week. 3 emails, 3 emails, 3 emails every single week. And I've got another email video coming out about this, about sending a story, a case study, and a value email. I would also be DMing all the time and connecting with 200 people a week. And that's the next one, which I'm going to walk through. And then posting all the time. So I post 12 times a week, but starting with a bit less as well. Like as you get better and better, you kind of ramp up. So this is the stuff that, what happens is over time, you add more and more people into your world, into your list, into your YouTube. You get the connection, you get more LinkedIn followers. And then what happens is you just essentially reach out and be like, hey, I'm doing this special thing right now. Are you interested? Like on Black Friday, I did one and I said, I'll show you the emails actually. Actually, let me pull them up right now. I'll show you the emails that I sent because it'll make a lot of sense when you see it. Yeah, so let's scroll down here. These are the exact emails I sent. And this is how techie I am. I've just got my emails here. We did a Christmas sale. That's it. So I sent this out to my list 3 in a week. Subject line, Christmas sale. I'm looking to work with a small group of business owners who want to drive an additional $20,000 to $30,000 a month to their business through LinkedIn. And to celebrate Christmas, I'm offering 6 months access to our pro price for 2 months. That way you'll be rewarded for joining now and you can take a couple of weeks off to spend the time with your family during the holidays. Would you like to join us? Now, let's just break down this email really quickly. Number 1, this has with or without you energy. meaning that I'm going to be doing this thing no matter what, and this is the outcome, and this is who I'm looking for. So I'm really calling out. What I also do is I add why the offer is so good. And a trick here is give people additional access to your thing, but increase the upfront price. So like we actually increased our price overall, but they get extended access and we sold the same amount. So we actually didn't even lose any money. Like a real hacker, you do it. And you want to say, this is the reason why I'm doing it. I'm doing it now so you reward yourself for investing for 2025, because during Christmas, it's a really hard time to sell, especially in Australia, but like we sell everywhere in the world. And then it's just an open invitation. Would you like to join us? Super easy. So if Tim was going to do it for agency owners, hey, I'm going to work with a small group of agency owners this month who are earning $20,000 to $30,000, who want to make $100,000 a month through LinkedIn inbound. Would you like to join us? Or because it's Christmas, I'm offering whatever. And so you just give a reason. Send another email. This email was like the day after. Hey, creator, the 6 months access to a price of 2 months is ending shortly. Let me know if you'd like to join us. So simple. The last one, hey, and just in case you missed the other messages, we're providing 6 months access to a price of this. Would you like to join us? And I run this every single month, right? Super easy to understand and super easy to do, but people never do this. And so like, honestly, if you just do this now, email everyone in your whole database, email everyone you've ever said, reached out to, just do a similar style of this offer. I promise you're going to get leads. Literally, if you've been in small business owner that's been around for any period of time. And so this is what an offer campaign is. And it's literally, it's like the crack cocaine of business in marketing and lead gen. It's like if I was paid, like if someone said to me, hey, Matt, you've got like 3 hours to generate as much business as possible for this small business, I would run that offer campaign and I would just cold call everyone and send a bazillion emails and text messages saying, hey, I know you previously wanted this thing. We're doing this special thing now, this special price. Let me know if you want to join. We've got this limited thing, right? It creates what's called a compelling event in people's mind, and people don't make decisions unless something compelling actually happens. For example, I'm competing in Hyrox this year, right? I just bought a Concept 2 bike in my house. And then I realized, man, I didn't buy the heart rate watch, the Garmin heart rate watch, because I'm going to do a lot of running. And so because that bike got delivered, it created a compelling event in my mind that I went online before and I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to buy this type of watch that the coach guy told me to buy, right? I just said, fuck it, I'm just going to buy this because I was so undecisive, I didn't know. But now that I got the bike here, I'm like, oh man, I really want the watch. And so it's a compelling event. So just by you emailing someone saying, I'm doing this thing now is the right time, it creates a compelling event in their mind. It doesn't actually have to be real. You can create a compelling event. Like Christmas, Easter, the Tooth Fairy is like a made up thing, but it's a compelling event that's like created. So you can essentially manufacture demand from this, which is amazing. The next thing you want to do after running monthly offer campaigns, and this is like the first thing you want to do after you create your offer and your positioning, is you want to connect with 200 prospects a week. With LinkedIn, you can send about 200 connection requests a week. Maybe a little bit less, right? Whatever, I don't care about the exact math. If 50% of people accept your connection request, that's 5,200 of exact ideal clients that you can message every year. And when you're connected with someone on LinkedIn, you can message them as many times as you want. It's insane. But people don't do this absolute baseline. A lot of the time because they don't know what to say. And my business partner, Steve, my co-founder, he closed $100,000 in 3 months. And he messaged literally from, I'll pull it up over here. This is his profile. He's never posted. He's never engaged, doesn't even have a profile photo, like literally nothing. And he closed 100K just from connecting. Like most people will think like, oh, I need to have content. I need to have all this kind of stuff to sell. It really helps you selling. But with LinkedIn, the most amount of money that's made in LinkedIn is just from recruiters just DMing people all day long. They're paying for a LinkedIn recruiter. They're driving probably billions of dollars to the recruiting industry through LinkedIn, not to mention all the SaaS industries and all that kind of stuff. Like when I used to work in sales at Zoom, we didn't post on LinkedIn. Like content doesn't equal sales. Content equals trust, which makes it easier for you to have a conversation with them. But you can have conversations anyway. And this is like low hanging fruit. You should just immediately do it. And the way you do it is you just buy LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It's like really simple. You buy LinkedIn Sales Navigator. There's a bajillion options here. You ignore them all. They don't matter. And then you go to this section and then you build a list of past clients, current clients, and people who are champions, who are like experts in an industry, who, who you know if you name drop their name, someone will connect with you. And then what you do is you build them as a lead list. I'm not going to show you how to do it now. You can work it out from Google. It's easy, like YouTube. And then you just go connections of, okay, let's pick one of my successful clients, right? Sean McHugh. Sean is a financial advisor in Sydney, right? So I go, cool. I'm looking for connections of Sean. And I'm looking for people who are also financial advisors. People overcomplicate this so much because there's so many options. So if I just go financial advisor, right? I want another financial advisor like Sean because he's been successful. And I want people that are small businesses, right? And then I go small business, 113 people, done. And then I can literally reach out to these 113 people. And all I say to them is this. Let's open it up. And I'm not going to show you the technicals and all this kind of stuff, right? I help financial advisors, account brokers build better practices. Okay, so he's actually a business advisor for financial advisors. I work with other business coaches there too. So I could go, connect and be like, hey, Stuart, right? Hey, Stuart. And then you just name drop the person. Was just chatting to Sean McHugh on Tuesday. He was on our group call Tuesday, and saw you knew him. And I would say, and came across your profile. Noticed you've been doing some stuff on LinkedIn. I also work with other business coaches, right? Actually just wrote a book on how to sell in the LinkedIn DMs. Want me to share it with you for free? Cheers. All right. Cool. And so if I found a whole bunch of other business coaches now, I could do the same thing. And then I go, boom, I've sent it across. I could have also mentioned Tempe, New South Wales, or whatever it is, right? Same thing. But I know that this guy's probably looking to generate leads. He's within that industry. And that's literally all you got to do. There's automations to do it. I'm not going to show you how to set up automations because I don't use automations, so I don't actually know what the best tools are. I usually ask people in our community who they use them. But this is the next step, just to connect with that many people. Steve did it and he just connected with people and just had discussions and did 100K. He literally, look at his profile. It's so dodgy. Literally. But he closed so much. And so many people just don't do this. And I don't even know why. Next up, number 5, you need to write for leads, not likes. Everyone looks at those posts on LinkedIn that have thousands of likes and they're like, my manager sucks. We treat people well. And they're like a bajillion likes. They get literally 0 leads. I had a guy join our program who joined another program to learn how to write and he was getting millions of impressions a month, way more than me. But he got no leads because he didn't have his positioning, his offer. He wasn't connecting with people, wasn't DMing them. He wasn't writing for leads, not likes. It's crazy. So, and I'll show you how I track it, right? The way you track about how, if you get leads, not likes, is you post content, you track how many leads you get from your lead magnet on your profile, and then you write more content based off that, literally. So I think it was Marina posted this yesterday in our school group. Actually, I'll pull it up over here. Just because, and I really like Marina's niche. She works with financial advisors as an example. Right, so here. Where is it? Yeah, exactly. I've been posting a lot of top of funnel posts and getting engagement, but I really wanted to call out my ideal clients. 2 hours after posting, I had 5 people connect with me who are my ideal clients as well. So the 5 people connected with her. Because what she did is she wrote, I think it was this post that she did, right? She just called out her ideal client in the actual post in the name. Most financial advisors on LinkedIn are wasting their time because they try to do this. And she literally just wrote the post about that. And she got multiple of her ideal clients connecting with her. And the best thing about LinkedIn, if you remember before, this acts as the connection bridge. So they come to her profile, they get in her email list, she starts DMs with them, they get in her world. And the way that I track it is on my profile, what I suggest you should do, or just honestly anyone should do, right? Is on your profile, you give away something for free. And I've got this down in the description, you can have it for free. If people go to my profile and they go here, okay, cool, go to our website, choose your program. There's different options that they can do. Start selling on LinkedIn, free. And then what I've got set up in the back end, right, on our Go High Level system here, I can see, okay, Evergreen Lead Magnet, what that means is it's just always live, this thing we give away for free. I've had 5,113 people say that they want this and have opted in for it, and I've sent them like 8 emails off the back of it. It's a free thing, and that's since October 16. So it's not even November, December, Jan. That's not even 3 months. 5,000 people, and like I do this all the time with all different lead magnets, and I built up. I can't share this because it'll show people's emails, but it built up like a 13,000 person or nearly 14,000 person email list, and like it's absolutely insane. So I just track each day how many leads did I actually get? And I also give away things in my content. So I'll show you down here. There's this second post, right, that I put out here when I hit 60,000 followers yesterday. I said, get my free copy of my Sell by Selling in the DMs book. Actually, I didn't even show you that. Let me pull it up here. Where is it? There it is, right? We actually wrote a book on how to sell in the DMs. I missed this, but you can get this for free. Click on the description below. You can literally get it. It walks you through step by step. Steve, the guy who closed 100K in 3 months, he wrote this whole book, literally. Let me go back to this. But like, I put this link in my post down here, and then people click on it, and then they go here, and then they give me their name, email, and phone number. Like, honestly, nobody's bought this thing, so I don't even know where I put it there. You can't give something away for free and then try to upsell someone for $100. It just doesn't work. So we're probably just going to remove that. If they paid like $30, then we could probably upsell them. But we give it away for free, and then I just get lead after lead after lead after lead, right? And then that goes in our Go High Level system, and then we get to reach out to them with the automated stuff. So like and that's how I get to track which posts do really well for leads. So they go to my profile, they opt in for the free thing, and we track it. So the same thing of what Marina did over here. She wrote this post, she got people connecting with her, she's got leads, right? Or she goes to her profile, and she scrolls down here and she has this advisor link for advisors. She gets to track that. I think she can optimize it quite a bit more, but you get the point. The next thing we want to go through is they write for leads, not likes. And also, guys, there's no harm in getting a load of likes as well because it gets you exposure. It's just that it can give you like a false sense of like you're winning. Like if you post a really top of funnel, like inspirational post about all this stuff, it's good every once in a while. But if you post all the time about leadership and you do lead generation or something like that, it just doesn't matter. Anyways, the next up, number 6, is they grow faster through lead magnets. If you don't know what a lead magnet is, you give something away for free in exchange for someone doing something. So this book is a lead magnet. We created this really good, amazing thing. And so that if someone, right, if they see my post and like we're giving away this Sell by Chat playbook, they'll be like, oh, wow, I'm learning to sell in the DMs. I might actually want this. So they give away their details. And so I know that they're interested in my thing. It's the same thing goes for content. I keep bringing up Stuart's profile. The same thing goes for content, right? Marina posted content. This is kind of like a mini lead magnet, but this is like more commitment. So you want, like we've said before over here, you're sending messages to people and writing content to bring them into your world. Then they go back to your profile, they download your thing, they get in your email list, then you make money because they binge your stuff, right? You don't have to YouTube. Email list is definitely a thing that I would suggest doing. And they get in your world. But based off a like is not a big commitment, but giving a phone number is a big commitment, right? And so these lead magnets, they promote and push to tons of people. And usually the better free thing you give away, the more leads you're going to get off the back of it. So I'll show you a couple of examples of lead magnets. There's this tool called Clio, Kleo. It's free. This is where you can find creators, or you can look at people's posts and their top posts. So Keenan did a lead magnet. This one over here was his second ever lead magnet he did, and he booked 35 inbound meetings. I think he should just repost the same lead magnet. I'm not gonna lie, like 10,000 comments. He got like 10,000 followers overnight. It was like literally bananas. Like it was insane. So he gave away this free thing. He helps optimize landing pages for e-commerce companies. Athletic Greens is a big e-commerce company. That's how it works, right? I'm not going to show you how to build lead magnets now. I've actually got a free lead magnet book on how to build lead magnets. It's a mini book. It's got templates. It's got GPTs in it. It's either going to be live today or tomorrow, but by the time this video is out, it'll probably be that time. So if you do click on the link to the lead magnet book and it's not there, or if it's not there in description now, come back in 2 days' time and it'll be there in description. Because I'll keep updating the descriptions on YouTube. But like lead magnets are like they're like honestly insane. Like Josh Lohman's done one. He's been killing it lately. 8,000, 10,000 comments, right? Josh, his business, he helps businesses build a category for themselves, but like, man, like 10,000 comments is like absolutely insane. Like Freddie did one the other week as well, recently joined our program. Let me just pull it down. 488 comments. Man, there's like literally leads forever. Then actually Archer did one. He's in a really unique bespoke industry, but look at comments. This one got 7,634 comments, right? The problem, the issue that most people do, right, is people, if they start posting lead magnets without getting the base layer right, is that you drive a lot of traffic, but you don't capture it. So you want to make sure you get the other stuff correct first. Like you're meeting with people, you're running offer campaigns, you're creating a compelling offer, you're getting your positioning right. Because the problem is if you create this like super viral lead magnet and like heaps of people view your profile and there's like nowhere to go, so you capture their email and there's no way to like follow through and you're not talking to them and all that kind of stuff, you waste a lot of traffic as well. Obviously, if you have 10,000 comments, you're not going to be able to get to every single lead. So they grow faster through lead magnets. Like Keenan booked 35 meetings from this. I've posted fucking boatloads of lead magnets. Like we literally wrote a book on lead magnets. Like, so for this one here, got 1,800 comments, 250 comments, 777, 853 comments, 455, 1.3 thousand, 506 comments, 1.6 thousand, like fucking heap, like 1.2 thousand. And the best thing about lead magnets is like, you just redo the same one all the time. Like this one with Tim, I'm going to post again. It got really good leads from that. That was actually a case study I made into a lead magnet, which is really cool. And just use Clio, go to my profile and just steal my ideas. It literally works like for everyone. It's easy. But that's the next step. Number 7 is they just keep doing more of it. That's it. Like a mentor once told me, marketing's a fickle bitch. It's hard to get right, but it's easy once you do. The problem with small business owners is we usually start the business because we're like an entrepreneur. We get rewarded for doing new things. And most small business owners, I talk to them and they're like, yeah, how's that lead gen thing you were doing 3 months ago that was working? And they're like, oh, I stopped doing it. So most people just like, I speak to so many people, even in our program, like, I'm like, yeah, did you run the offer campaign this month again? They're like, no, I didn't. I was like, what happened last time? I booked 10 meetings. Well, why don't you do it again? Oh, it's because it's not new and exciting. It's like lead gen should feel boring. And the other thing is with lead gen, you may get really good at something and then you dive into that. So Roy closed $120,000 in the DM and in the LinkedIn DMs only. Pedro gets like 12 likes a post and did $6,000 because he's writing for leads not like. And Pranjal books like 5 meetings a week with all his lead magnets, right? He actually wrote in this post as well. He wrote, actually, I did 7 this week. It was funny. He responded. But like, for example, Roy is a beast at DMs, but he doesn't post content that much. And he didn't post for 6 weeks before he ran his offer campaign where he was just messaging people. Like Pedro's content, it doesn't go insanely off, but he made like 26K, 2 weeks after he finished his full-time job. He's optimized his profile, but you can still make it a bit better. But like, he's absolutely killing it. Like, and then Pranjal's just posting lead magnets left, right, and center. Like, it's absolutely amazing. Let's go to Clio, right? We go to comments, and it's just like, he's just a beast at lead magnets, and he books so many meetings. He's also a beast at the DMs. So that you find the thing that works, and you find that DMs, content, lead magnets, like, you want to apply all the stuff, getting your positioning and offer correct, but like, then you put the hammer down on what's working. Like you literally put the hammer down. Now, bonus step, last step, right? That's the 7 steps. But the next thing I would highly suggest you do is build an email list. The one mistake not to make though, do not call your email list a newsletter ever. People hate newsletters. They don't want to commit to it. A newsletter is a commitment. How many times do you scroll through social media and someone's like, join my newsletter? And you're like, get fucked. If you say, hey, get this amazing free thing, and then as you go and opt in, you say, hey, you're going to agree to get other emails from me, and then you just send them other emails which just have value in it, they don't unsubscribe. We don't read newsletters because we're wired now. The newsletter thing, in my opinion, is like done. The only newsletters that will work are newsletters that are so specifically unique and niche, then I think it works. But if you're trying to sell stuff for your business, I don't think a newsletter, because a newsletter requires a commitment. Like other types of emails, you can just send emails. And like, that's why I have, even though I send tons of boatloads of sales emails, we have a really low opt-out rate for the email list. And I'll show you the different types of emails that I send now. But in regards to the emails, like I started to get Mundo to send these 3 types of emails, and he closed a new client like literally 2 weeks later. from the emails. And he was like, dude. And now he's like updating and is putting a link to his email like on all the posts. I've still got to get him to change it from like a subscriber thing. Oh, he doesn't have it on there. Had it on his other one from a subscriber thing, but that's okay. But I'll show you the emails now, what you're going to send, the different types, and I'll show you how that ties into the offer campaign as well. So you're going to be doing the emails here, right? 3 emails a week, right? And I know it seems like a lot, but if you're already doing LinkedIn content, you just repurpose it to the email. There's 3 different types of emails, and I'll show you like what my written emails look like. There's a story bofu email. There's a case study email. And then there's a value email. A story bofu is where you start with a story. I'll just say, like, I'll do a story where I'll say, I just got my Concept 2 bike delivered. Hey, creator, I just got my Concept 2 bike delivered. I was like super excited to use it, and I wanted to use it today for my workout. But then I opened the box and I realized it was going to take ages to put together. Like, you know, I couldn't stand it. Like I really wanted to do it. I knew I had to make a YouTube video today as well. Super hard, but like I really, really, really wanted this specific workout today because I didn't want to have to travel to the gym. So I bit the bullet. I put the thing together. Like I'm not someone good on the tools, even though my dad's a tradesman and he's a panel beater. He fixes cars, but I still suck at tools. But I somehow got through it, did his learnings, and finally at the end I got through it. And now after this YouTube video, I'm going to go for a 2-hour bike ride on zone 2. And I'm really going to start, cracking down on, on the fitness, right? And then I would say, and that's the same thing for LinkedIn lead generation. Most people think that they can just jump into it and just give it a go, but it's like you're just trying to use a bike without even being put together. The way you got to do it is you got to put your offer together, you got to put your positioning right and all this kind of stuff. You got to actually put the system together and then you run it. And then over time when the system's done, blah, 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 blah. It's, over time when the system is implemented, then you can get fitter a lot faster. But instead, it's like you're trying to ride on a shitty bike. It doesn't matter how hard you try to ride, you're not going to get any fitter and you're not going to be able to win the LinkedIn lead gen game like I want to win at High Rocks, right? That's the email, right? So I've just told a story. It's kind of weird and interesting, and I've flipped it into like a lesson. And I'm actually going to use that in today's email because that's cool. Second one is a case study. I'll just show you the story both first, right? Let me pull it up. Let's go over here. So, oh shit. Let me pull it up. Yeah, there it is. Here's a story bofu, right? The subject line is private chef wedding. Last week it was my brother's wedding. I gifted him a private chef for the weekend. Put photo of me and my partner. 25 people fed for 5 days with 5-star food. They thanked me dozens of times, but it wasn't the food. I gave them the gift of time. No one cooked, no one cleaned, no one stressed. We spent hours together. I didn't even flinch at the $6,000 bill. Why? My LinkedIn's an ATM machine. On Friday, I sent DMs for 90 minutes and made $6,300 before coffees. I paid for it. Now, this post isn't to gloat. This post is about priorities. The one thing you're avoiding, lead generation, that icky word. Stop sticking your head in the sand. 2025 won't magically solve your problems. It'll just be another I'll start tomorrow excuse. So for 48 more hours, I'm offering blah, 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 blah. Reply back with 7SC and I'll get you the deets. So it's like a story flipping into a type of sale where we have like our offer campaign going as well. That's the first type of email to send. Works really well. The second one is a case study email. A case study email is where you say, client got X result. Hey, so-and-so, client got X result. But before we started working together, they were in this really shitty situation. And it took them ages to go through, and they learned through spending so much money and so much time. But then we started working together, and over this period of time, they got this amazing result. If you want the result like this person, reply back with XYZ. Like this is like honestly one of the simplest ones. And I'll show you how I packaged it up differently as well. But this one is bananas. Actually, it's down here. Blah, 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 blah. Here it is. Super easy. So all you do for the subject line is just make what the result was. $70,000 in 5 weeks. I just chatted to Tim Keen, who closed $70,000 in 5 weeks after joining our program. Before working together, we'd been chatting for a couple of months, and Tim sometimes asked for my advice. He built a solid 38,000 follower audience and was getting hundreds of leads with his lead magnets, but he was struggling to convert them into clients. He couldn't wrap his head around what was going wrong. And one day he sent me this. Yo, I'm ready to try a 7-figure thing. Tired of getting through half-ass working through an offer, then it breaking. I don't want to work as hard as you though, smiley face. We chatted a bit longer, built a plan, and then got to work. Together we built a new offer, refined his positioning, and set up a DM system that tracks leads. And 5 weeks after launching his new offer, Tim closed $70,000. And then I showed a screenshot of when he did the case study call doing it. And only yesterday we got on a call in front of everyone on our program to talk about how he did it. Check it out here. And I put a link to the actual case study call. So if you're a small business owner that's sick of spending time, months trying to work on LinkedIn and want to immediately get results, reply back with this. Oh, we're doing a Christmas special, yada, yada, yada. See, the really cool thing about this case study post though, is that, I'll pull it up here, is that I've used it multiple times. I used it over here and I put it as a lead magnet on LinkedIn. So I already had the video. Everyone in our program got the benefit because they got to hear me interview Tim, and they got the benefit of all his insights. And then I also gave this away on LinkedIn, and 20,000 impressions, 45 likes. But this isn't that good for one of my lead magnets, but it's amazing because it's actually a case study. It's not just free value. I literally just recorded a case study, which is way more valuable to me, and I gave it out for free because of the insight. It's just how I positioned it. So that's the case study email. The third email you want to send is just a value email. It's just, hey, I made this amazing epic thing. Here it is for free. It's to balance out the trust and the equity, because these ones are kind of selling, but this one is just straight fire, right? It's just value that you're just giving them. And so when you just give people value, and if they're interested in the thing that you do, of course they're going to be happy, right? And so if I go to a value email, and I always just give away one of my lead magnets or just something that I create for free. And I do it all the time. The books down the bottom, I've used them all the time. So let me just pull up one over here. Yeah, this one here, right? For example. Subject, my Christmas gift to you, it's epic. Hey legend, I'm about to head off to my mum and dad's house for dinner. But before I do, I wanted to share a present with you because I appreciate each and every one of you who's supported me. Did I even spell that right? Who supported me? I wanted to give you a free Sell by Chat playbook. This book has all my knowledge from 7 years in sales, plus spending thousands of hours and sending 50,000 DMs. I jam-packed it all into this 45-minute read so you can fill your calendar in 2025. Click here for instant access. Merry Christmas, you absolute legend, from my little family to yours. So it's just here's some straight value. Just have it. And you just do these emails per week. You can do them Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can switch the thing. What matters in marketing is that you do the marketing. I had a call the other day with a creator who's got 70,000 followers. He was like, yo, I think this is good to show. I was on the phone to him on WhatsApp, and he was like, we're about the same follower count, right? But so we're doing about, 300K a month nearly, or 280. And then he's doing, I think, $60,000 a month. He's got an amazing offer, an amazing brand, right? And then he just said, what am I doing? And I just said, okay, cool. How many posts are you doing a week? I think he said 3 to 4 posts a week, right? And then I said, how many emails? I'm doing 1 email. And then I'm saying, how many DMs are you sending? And he said, not many, right? And then I said, okay, cool. I'm doing 12 posts, 3 to 4 emails a week, depending on the offer campaign. I'm sending fucking hundreds of DMs. And then he's like, got it, done. And since then, I've seen he started a Substack newsletter, or this. Because once you've got, think of it like the concept to bike. Once I've got the bike going, I don't know, I could draw a bike. Once I've got the bike going, right? Then it's all about my fitness. And so I've got the thing set up. Now I just got to do the reps. I've just got to get on that bike now and just go fucking pedal away for hours and hours and hours so I can build up my zone 2, my aerobic and anaerobic capacity. So then I can compete in the Hyrox race and hopefully get under an hour this year. That's my goal. But most people do, they just switch all these things. But usually the thing is, once you get it right, the actual system, that's when you just hit go. And that's pretty much the exact system. If I was going to start all over again on LinkedIn. See if there's anything else in the post. Yeah, it's the exact system. If I was going to start all over again on LinkedIn as a small business owner, I don't care what your niche is, as long as you sell B2B or B2C high ticket. You have to sell something that's more than $1,000 to $2,000. And if you're in a lower socioeconomic country, maybe $500 to you is maybe valued at $5,000. So whatever it is, price parity, whatever. But this is exactly what I would do if I start all over again. Now, to get started, you can literally get started for free. I've got this Sell by Chat book in the link below. I've got the Sell by Chat book. I've got the lead magnet book. I've got our free course online. And yes, I 100% have a paid thing. And that is my goal. But I want you to make money from my stuff first before you come work with me in the paid thing. I want to prove to you that it's good. Because there's so many internet gurus out there who are just so full of shit. And they just make shit up and they pressure sell people and all that fucking bullshit. And I could pressure sell people if I wanted. I understand the psychology of it. I just fucking choose not to because it's just bullshit. Like, I don't even take sales meetings. If you want to buy our stuff, I'm only going to text you. I'm like never going to talk to you. Like, or only sell via email. And we lose so many deals because someone's like, nah, I want to talk to you. I'm like, no, I'm just not going to do it. So like, we're not even maximizing everything. It's just, I want you to be in the position that you actually start making money. You actually apply this in your small business as well. And like pretty much in life, you just pay for speed. Like, I want to compete in Hyrox this year. I want to get better really fast. I just fucking reached out to one of the best guys in Australia and I just messaged him. I was like, how much money is it for me to sit with you for an hour? And he said $150. And I was like, fucking cool. Got on a call for an hour. He stayed a bit longer. And then I was like, okay, what do I do? And he said, you got to do this zone test. You got to do these 2 tests. You got to buy this thing. You got to get this thing. And I was like, fucking cool. Bought a watch, bought the bike, going to do all the tests. I didn't even know these things existed. And now I'm like, dude, can you just coach me one-to-one? What's the price? I don't care what the price is. Because usually in life, you pay with money or you pay with time. And that's essentially the value of money, why I'm like obsessed with money. Because like when you make money, a lot of these other problems just go away and you get to think about other bigger and better problems. And check out my previous video about that. Anyways, guys, like and subscribe. Man, I love making these videos. Peace out and catch ya.